Hey yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome to the TJTV podcast, only on Spotify and Google. How are you doing today? And we're also on YouTube as well. Anyways, well, actually, I was going to say happy Halloween, but it's not even Halloween anymore. Halloween's over. That means no more scary movies, no more like spooky season, no more nothing. It's weird. It's really weird that like once summer hits and then Labor Day happens, it pretty much just goes in a snap of a finger. I can't snap my fingers. I mean, I got a cut on my finger. Um, in any event, yeah. Anyways, welcome to the show. If you guys are new, make sure you smash the like, follow on Instagram, TGleason22, TJTV6 on TikTok, producer TJ995 on TikTok as well, and TJGX5 on X because it's not Twitter anymore. Anyways, I have a lot of stuff I want to get into. This is probably going to be one of the last podcasts I do in a while. Excuse me, I'm drinking the Oktoberfest. Um, this is probably going to be one of the last podcasts I do in a while because there's something going on in my personal life that I'd rather not talk about right now, and I may be gone for a week. I may not be gone for a week. I am still trying to figure out how things are going to work. Um, like I said, like people who I've been talking to recently, they do know what's going on in my life. Um, like people at work, my mom, my dad, and I'm pretty sure a few other family members know what's been going on. So yeah, um, I'm not going to get into it just because it's just like I said, something very personal. But in any event, I do want to talk about something that's been kind of like bugging me lately. Over the last few days or last week, pretty much, because it hasn't been a week since this current event has happened. And let's start back all the way from last Tuesday. So everybody knows I work at a supermarket, and I started working at 97.5 The Fanatic, which I love. Don't get me wrong. I do love working at the Fanatic. It's actually like it's really fun. Like some of the things I do. The only one, like the only thing that kind of pisses me off are the press conferences because like every Tuesday there's always a press conference, and I get so annoyed because I guess like since I'm new, like I don't know how to I don't know how many clips I need for the press conference. I don't know what it's weird. It's a weird thing that I have to do. But so I'm at the supermarket and pretty much as I'm like working, my wife Tori, she's like, I just got a call from my mother. I'm like, oh, well, what's going on? She's like, she's in the hospital. I'm like, what do you mean she's in the hospital? So apparently her mom was in the hospital for a couple days. She didn't get notified, which kind of annoyed me because I mean, my personal opinion, like if somebody is in the hospital, like a family member, like a brother, your mother, your sister, your father, whatever, like, and if you don't get notified, like it's kind of fucked up, if you ask me. Like I think it's really kind of messed up that no one like tells you. Personally, that's just my opinion. But anyways, her mom was in the hospital, and then flash forward to Thursday, my dad texted my sister and I. She's like, "Hey, look, your mom went to the hospital last night to emergency room, and she's getting emergency surgery today, and it was a Thursday. So, her getting emergency surgery, I'm like, this sucks. Like, she's getting emergency surgery, and then he also texted me saying my grandfather isn't doing too good. And I'm just like, great. I was like, this is the shit. Like, this is crazy. Um, go to the station, come back, go to my supermarket job, and my sister calls me and says, "Hey, mom's in the ICU." I'm like, what? I'm like, well, what do you mean she's in the ICU? And she's like, she had surgery and she didn't wake up. I'm like, oh shit. So told my manager or the assistant manager that like, yo, I gotta go. My mom's in the ICU, this, that, and the third. And he's like, do you really gotta go? I'm like, dude, my mom's in the fucking ICU. Of course I gotta go. Like, what do you like? What's your problem? So eventually he lets me go, but the last thing he was like, hey, can you do something real quick before you go? No. I like, what do you want me to fucking do? Like, my mom's like dying, and you want me to do something? Like, come on, dog. Like, I, I have more things to say about him in a couple minutes, just because like of what like the aftermath of everything. I want to get into that in a few minutes, but in any event, yeah, like he just like that comment pissed me off. Like honestly, oh, can you go to? Can you do one more thing for me? No, I can't do anything for you. So Tori and I get to the ICU, and when we get to the ICU, when we get to the hospital, we see my mom. She has an oxygen mask on her, and she is just not doing good. So talk to my mother, tell her, the news of what we're doing and all that. And she's like, hey, I need you to go visit your grandfather. I'm like, all right, why, what's going on? And she's like, he's not doing good, but tell him I love him. So Tori and I leave the hospital. We go from Delaware County to Wilmington, Delaware, and see my grandfather. And literally, like, we were there for 2 hours. Come home 2 hours later, I get a phone call that he passed away. And yeah, that was a week ago today. And a week ago at this time, I was awake till about 2 in the morning, and I went for a walk, and it was just a whole whirlwind. Like her mom being in the hospital, then my mom being in the hospital, then my grandfather dying. Like three things just like killed me all in 1 week. And then I got the cut on my finger, which to top it off. And yeah, it's just been one hell of a ride. I mean, ugh. And the week's not even over because like the funeral was on Monday. So it's crazy. I mean, there's a lot of things going on, and I'm not too happy about it. I mean, there's one good thing, and then there's 40 other bad things. So yeah, it's just been one hell of a day. I mean, I'm sure you can understand, or whoever is watching this can understand. Like, we have all these things happen to you all at once. It just sucks. But so yeah. Anyways, I go into the supermarket on Monday, and the manager is telling me, I talked to the manager, tell him what's going on, and he's like, "Yeah, the assistant manager got kind of mad at you for leaving," and I'm like, "Did you really get mad at me for leaving?" And he's like, "Yeah, he got mad because you said that your mom was dying, this, that, and the third." I'm like, "Ain't that a bitch?" I mean, like, how are you going to get mad if someone's mom is dying? Like, or I'm sorry, how are you? Because I called out on Saturday too, because I had to work on Friday, and I needed a day to myself. But we visited her mom on Saturday. But the fact that you like got like offended that I had to leave, like get the fuck out of here. That's the stupidest shit ever. Like if your mom was in the hospital, I highly doubt you're gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna stay and work. No, that's not how it works. Fucking asshole. I hate that shit. Like I hate managers who think that like they're big shots, and then eventually they just like if the same scenario happens to them, they're like, "Oh, I gotta go." Ooh. Like, come on, dude, you're a fucking dick. I hate people like that. I really do. Really, really do. It just sucks. I mean, with that. But in any event, yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Funny thing is, like I've talked to my family members more this week than I have in my entire in like an entire year, it feels like. Because it's like it's not that I don't talk to like my mom or dad or aunt or uncle or whatever, but like if I don't talk to them, it's because I'm busy or I got other stuff going on in my life. Like I physically can't just be there all the time. And I think that's what some family members want. Like they want you to be there, but half the time you really can't be there all the time. Sorry, it's just how it is. But oh well, that's my 2 cents. So hey, anyways, Halloween just passed and it's the end of spooky season. My anniversary was yesterday. So there are a lot of things I would have loved to have done for Halloween. Like I would have loved to have done like a live video and have a live by the fire, but like we're kind of in a drought right now since like 1620 supposedly. Um that's what the news said. And apparently if you have a fire, it could catch something else on fire. Like we're in like a fire zone supposedly. That's what I'm trying to like that's what I'm getting at right now. But yeah, I wanted to do like a live video, like live by the fire. I thought that would have been a pretty fun video, but I didn't get a chance to do that. Maybe we'll do it in like November or something, but I don't know. I'm just reminiscing about the old times, like when I was trick or treating. Like I was on Facebook earlier and I belonged to this like Facebook page and apparently there weren't really much kids out trick or treating. Like even in my neighborhood, like I was surprised. I literally drove home and my mom always tells me to like be careful when you're driving because I don't want you to hit a kid. I'm driving through my neighborhood, there's no kids out. I was like, what the hell's going on? There's like nobody trick or treating. And then on this Facebook page, someone said like the same thing. There's no one outside trick or treating. So I'm just like, what the hell is going on? What is going on? Like it's crazy. Like the fact that no one's outside trick or treating just makes me like sad. But apparently there are places in other neighborhoods where people do go out. But I mean, back when I was a kid, like trick or treating was the best. Like I remember my mom would take me out. We would go to like all over Delaware County, not all over Delaware County, but like all over Collingdale. And there were people that had like tailgates, which were fun. Like it was really fun just doing all that. I mean, I miss that aspect of Halloween, and like whenever Corey and I decide to have kids, that's going to be something that we're going to do. I mean, I can't wait to take my kids out trick or treating. I really can't. Like that's going to be a fun thing to do. But that's a different story. But yeah, I mean, they were fun. Like back in the day, Halloween was the best. But also you got to like check your candy and make sure there's no like drugs or shit in it, which, you know, I've been lucky in life, but it's weird that drug addicts nowadays will put like methadone in candy or fentanyl. And it's sad the world we live in, but at the same time, like you're pretty much like growing up, your mom always says if someone offers you candy and they're driving next to you, don't go and take it. But yet, and because they're a stranger, but yet you're getting candy from a stranger who you barely know, who you put God knows what in the candy, and yeah, it's just crazy the world we live in. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love trick or treating, but taking it from a random stranger, I mean, it still kind of gives me the heebie-jeebies. It's just insane though. Like, but people have been doing that for years though. Like I'll never forget, I was watching Halloween 2, and I know it's a movie, but this was back in the 70s. A kid bit into an apple and got a razor blade through his lip. So like this shit still happens. People still do that. Like there are kids who still, you know, bite into something and get a razor blade straight through their lip. So I mean, it does happen. I'm going to say it doesn't, but yeah. Also, the Dodgers won the World Series, which was pretty cool. Um, I saw a video yesterday, and the video was basically a guy was lighting off fireworks, and he blew off his fingers, and you could see the blood dripping from his blown off fingertips onto glass and stuff because he was hurting so bad, which I can imagine. But like, if you don't know how to set off fireworks, then you shouldn't be setting them off. It doesn't matter how drunk you are or whatever. Like, yeah, I'm drinking a beer or two right now, but I'm not gonna go blow off my fingers setting off fireworks. It's just not who I am. Come on. Anyways, probably gonna get demonetized from YouTube. Oh, you're drinking apple juice. Oh man, I will say one thing though. With this whole election, I'm so ready for it to be over. And I know whoever wins, whether it's Trump or Kamala, it's not going to be over for 2 weeks. Like, I just want this to be over. I'm tired of the political ads. I'm tired of Donald Trump and tired of Kamala, tired of everything. Um, Fun fact though, if you didn't know, which this past week, uh, Joe Rogan interviewed Donald Trump and interviewed JD Vance. And he also wants to interview Kamala, but like they're only going to give him an hour and he has to fly to DC to do it or wherever she's at. And he doesn't want to do it. Like he'd rather do it in his Texas studio, which I agree. I do. I agree. He should do it in his studio. I mean, that's where he's more comfortable. So like Kamala should agree, or Kamala's team should agree to Joe to drive to Texas and to do an interview with him. I mean, that's what I would do. So I, that, I don't know, but I did watch the Donald Trump interview. I'm going to watch the JD Vance interview this week, um, probably tomorrow, because I'm off. But I mean, it seems like a really cool interview. I mean, the fact that he's interviewing presidential candidates, it's pretty cool. And I do think it's kind of cool that he wants to interview Kamala, but at the same time, like, I don't know, like the fact that these political parties, like the far left Democrats and the far right Republicans, like they think he's leaning more towards Republicans, which he is. But like if he interviewed Kamala, a lot of Kamala's followers are going to follow him. So he's basically like essentially he's endorsing two candidates, those two candidates. And I don't know if he knows that he's doing that. He probably does, but like the fact that he's having these two people or he wants these two people on the podcast, he's essentially endorsing Trump. And then with Kamala, if she ever comes on, he's endorsing her as well, which I don't think that's ever going to happen. I don't think she's going to come on a show just because the election is literally right around the corner. I mean, it's freaking, what is Friday? So Saturday, Sunday, Monday, it's in 4 days. The election is in 4 days. And you want to, I don't know. I want to watch this interview before the election. And I was actually thinking, like, do I really want to do a live election day video? Like, I do the election all every year. I do an election, or I'm sorry, every year, every 4 years, I do the election. I did one in 2016. I did one in 2020, and I decided like, do I even do one in 2024? Like, the show's ending in TJTV is ending in June of 2025. Like, do I really want to spend like the last like I just I don't know. Like I kind of want to do like an election video, like where I'm watching the election and doing like a 4 hour set. But at the same time, I don't. I don't know. I'm like still up in the air because like the election is such an important thing, and I feel like a lot of people should know. So maybe I might do the election video. I mean, I don't know. We'll see how I feel. I think if I did an election video, I think it would be really beneficial because I mean it's not as crazy as an election. It's not as can't speak. It's not a crazy election like it was in 2020. I mean, yeah, people are still got the far right people, far left people saying like, "Oh, Trump's going to win, Kamala's going to win." Blah, 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 blah. Like, you still got that going on, but I don't know. But the fact that that Rogan interviewed Donald Trump has like almost 40 million views, that's like wow. And then you got JD Vance. I don't know what the count is on that yet, but that's a lot of views. That's something I want to do though. I would love to interview like a presidential candidate like Vivek Ramaswamy. I would love that. Um, if Kamala doesn't win or if she does win, I would like to interview her at some point. Like I would like to do something like that. Give her an interview and do it over Zoom. Like I want to interview a governor. Like if I got to interview Josh Shapiro, I would be happy because that's like an accomplishment. That's something on my bucket list just to interview a governor for an hour. So yeah, that's something I want to do. And like I said, with this whole election going on, I'm just ready for it to be done. I hear so many political ads, and it's both political ads from both parties, Trump and Kamala. I mean, it's so. I'm getting started on this whole damn election. Man, I hate this. I hate elections. Oh well. Maybe I'll do an election day and then but that's the thing, like I wanna do an election day like live play by play, but we'll see how I feel. I mean, I work on Tuesday and yeah, we'll see what happens. But I don't care about the election really anymore. I mean, I'm tired of it. I hear it every day. Excuse me. I hear it every day. So, uh, there's this new girl that works with us at the AM station DB. She has like a sleeve of tattoos all down here, and I really want a sleeve, not just because of her, but like I've always wanted like a sleeve of tattoos, just like all down my like arm. That'd be pretty cool. I mean, I like this tattoo personally. Like I got it in 2018, and I would just love to have like a sleeve of something, like maybe get like Spider-Man down here, get like a motorcycle across my arm, like that'd be pretty fun. But yeah, if all of you don't know, I do have to have to. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just tired, and everything's just crazy. I mean, I don't know. I was at work today, getting music for the funeral, and I called my sister just to see like, hey, like this is the music. Let me know what you think. And I'm sitting there crying my eyes out, watching watching the videos. And she's like, "Are you okay?" No, I'm not okay. It's nuts. Everything's crazy. But yeah. I have a question of the day. When is the most appropriate time to listen to Christmas music? I'd like to know. So I'm going to take a break. Um, so do you listen to Christmas music the day at like literally November 1st all the way up to December 26th? Or do you listen to it the day after Thanksgiving like normal people do? Because I know certain radio stations start turning on Christmas music right away. And it's weird because like Hallmark did this thing in October. I think it was like October 17th. They literally started playing Christmas movies from October 17th all the way to December 26th. I'm like, what the hell is going on? Like, look, I love Christmas. from Memorial Day all the way up to January 13th, which is my birthday. That is the fun route for me. Literally, you got Memorial Day, 4th of July, Labor Day, and then you got my anniversary, Halloween, Thanksgiving, then Christmas, and my birthday. You got like 7 events going on. Well, I do. But from that time forward, I those are only time that's when it's fun for me. But oh well. All right, here's what we're gonna do. Let me take a break and keep playing with my hair. So everyone's gonna believe you're playing with your hair. So yeah, let's take a break. I'll be back, close out the show, and then we'll go from there. So I'll be right back. All right, we're back. We're back. Excuse me. I keep hiccuping with this beer. It's weird. Any carbonated drink, whether it's beer, soda, or anything with like some weird carbonation, I have this like weird like hiccup thing that happens. But yeah. Anyways, I want to know, what did you do for Halloween? And I also want to know, when do you listen to Christmas music? Because Christmas music should not be played. Like if you listen to it literally today, you're a psychopath. And that's all there is to it. You're a psychopath. It's my personal opinion. I'm sticking with it. Let's see what else is going on. We got covered the election, covered a lot. Oh well. Um, oh, so I was planning on doing this. I don't know if it's set in stone yet. I mean, like I said, I may come back next week for the election. I may not. I'm not entirely sure what I want to do yet. And if I do come back, my eye is itchy. If I do come back for the election, maybe a pre-recorded video, and I'll post it that night. But we'll figure that out as time goes on. So when I take a break, I'm planning on doing this scripted series called Pandemic. And I did this back in 2020, right before the pandemic actually started, but it was when things were getting like, creepy and all this crazy shit was happening. But literally, I did this thing. It was kind of like War of Worlds type deal, where basically, like, I would tell a story saying, there's a global pandemic, millions of people are dying, this, that, and the third. And my name is Richard, and blah, 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 blah. So pretty much, I made this whole scripted series about a guy named Richard who, is surviving the pandemic by himself. And then a lot of things happen to him, this, that, and the third. So I was thinking maybe bringing that back for like a season two of my watch. 1 o'clock. I was thinking of bringing that back for a season two, and I did a full first season video portion on YouTube. I had to think about how to word that. I did like a video portion on YouTube called Pandemic, and it was just basically, I think, like a 5 episode series I did on YouTube where it was just me acting like a guy named Richard and surviving the pandemic. Anyways, I was thinking like doing season two and making that like a podcast form, just not doing it on video, just pretty much making like a podcast form of the series. I don't know, it's hard to explain because like I kind of just want to do like a scripted series just in podcast form and then make a video form later. I feel like that would be fun, but like when I do take a break, I think that's the idea I'm going to do. Just do Pandemic season two and pretty much yeah, just do that until I come back from break because like I said, I have something happening to me and I can't talk about it. I was instructed not to talk about it, so not going to. Anyways, all right, I gotta go. I'm tired. I got a lot of things I got to do in the morning. It's currently 1 o'clock in the morning, and a lot of you are probably sleeping, but this will be out probably sometime in the afternoon. So if I'm a little wonky, you know why. But yeah. All right. I may come back for the election. If not, check out Pandemic because I will be doing Pandemic season 2 very soon. And I really, I don't know. I was thinking about this when I was at work today, not at the Fanatic, but at my supermarket job. I was thinking like I would love to have my own TV network and play the podcast and videos. I would just love that. I mean, it would be great. Like have my own TV network, the TJ TV network, and just pretty much just like play my podcast, my YouTube videos, have people come on. That would be fun. Like there's so many good ideas I have. Like I made this scripted series a long time ago, and this is when I was in high school. This is how involved I am when it comes to film. I'm a big horror movie guy, and I decided like, what if I made a show called Jason's Woods? And it's basically Jason Voorhees. You're in Jason Voorhees' woods, and he chases you. But it's like an anthology series. Like every year is something different. Like I remember like the first season was Jason Voorhees, second season was Aliens, third season was Bentley Brothers, fourth season was like a hotel and a haunted attraction. Like I had all these ideas for like multiple seasons for the show Jason's Woods. I'm just like, it would have been a great show if I did that. It really would have been. I would have been happy. I don't know. Maybe in the future. But yeah, I would love to have my own network, TJ TV network. And basically just like all of my YouTube videos and then some other stuff too. Maybe I'll do that for YouTube, like make like a network type deal. TJ's production or TJ's network. We'll see. See how I feel. All right. Well that's it for today. And I'll be back on TikTok because I want to post a video about something else. Maybe about my sliced finger. That really hurt. Sliced it with a potato peeler by accident too. I was trying to get something out of the drawer and a potato peeler just sliced me. So it is what it is. All right. I'm gonna get out of here. See you guys later and bye.